Assalamu alaikum, guys. Welcome back to the class of mathematics. It's 6th of November now, and 11K is sitting here. So, the topic for today is matrices. We will be studying it from book and the addendum, and then we'll go straight to the past papers of it. Okay? So, the basic of the topic matrices starts from here. Now, before starting this topic, matrices, the very first thing is which kind of matrices are there and how do we solve the number operations on them. So basically, matrices they start with, if I write 2, 3, and 5 in the smaller brackets, then this is known to be a row matrix. The name will be a row matrix. If the sequence is written in this way, 1, 3, and 5, so this is going to be a column matrix. In order to study any matrix, we need to know the order of the matrix, that is always row into column. So if a matrix is written like 2, 3, 4, 5, then we are going to count the number of rows. So the first row is here. This is the first row. And this is the second row. So in place, when we are writing the order of the matrix where the formula is row into column, and we are going to write 2 rows are here. And then sign of into, and then 2 columns. Column number 1 is this, and column number 2 is this. So row into column, it makes the orders formula and it is a 2 by 2 matrix. Next thing is how to apply the operations on them. So in order to add the matrix, we need to follow the rule that if first matrix it says 2, 3, 5, and 7, and we are going to add it to 4, 3, 0, 2. So in addition, it is compulsory that the number of rows and the number of columns to be same in both the brackets. So over here, we can see a 2 by 2 matrix. Over here, we can see a 2 by 2 matrix. Then we can add. Otherwise, we cannot add them. So how do we add? We need to add them correspondingly. So 2 will be added to 4, where 3 will be added to 3, and then 5 will be added to 0, and then 7 will be added to 2. And last but not the least, there comes your final answer, that is 6, 6, 5, 9. So this is how we add them up. If we apply the same thing for the subtraction, and we need to know this thing, if we apply the same thing for subtraction. So for subtraction, for subtracting a matrix, that is the same. If 2, 5, 6, 9 is written, and it's 3, 2, 6, 3 is written, then again we need to see whether their order is the same or not, and then we can subtract them. Like it will become 2 minus 3, 5 minus 2, 6 minus 6, and a 9 minus 3. So the final answer will be -1, 3, 0, and 6. This is how we add and subtract them. What if the question is like this, that it's 2, 3, 4, 5 is mentioned over here, and over here it says 1 and a 3 and the bracket is closed. Then can we add them? The thing is, it bears an order of 2 by 2 where it bears an order of 2 by 1. So when the orders are not same, so we cannot add them up. That is not equals to anything, and we can write we can't add them. The same goes to subtraction, where we cannot subtract them when the orders are different. So we cannot add and subtract when the orders are different. Now moving on to the next thing, that is the multiplication of a matrix. So in order to see how do we multiply the matrix, this is something which is a little difficult for the students, and they always feel like that multiplication takes a lot of time. So over here, we are going to check multiplication. So multiplication of a matrix is a complicated thing in matrix, and we'll see that if the first matrix says 2, 3, 5, and 7, and we need to multiply it to 2, 5, 6, 3, then we need to check this thing. Very first thing is their number of rows and number of columns are here, but will they have any influence on the question? So the very first thing is we'll see that this matrix was 2 by 2 and this matrix was 2 by 2 as well. So the very first thing is if this is equal, like 2 is written here and 2 is written over there, this 2 represents the column where this 2 represents the rows. So if number of columns of the first matrix is equals to the number of the second column, so the multiplication is possible. The multiplication is possible. Like 2 is written here and 2 is written here. The same numbers have to be written in order to check whether we can multiply them or not. And these two extreme twos, whatever the number is written over here, it will tell us the order of our resultant matrix. That when our final answer comes, the order of that matrix will be 2 by 2. The multiplication of the matrix is always simple. It goes with the law that if the number of columns of the first matrix and the column and the row of the second matrix, they are equal and they can be multiplied. So let's see how can we multiply them. So the rule says first row, first column. So this is our first row, 2 and 3, and this is our first column, 2 and 6. So how do we multiply it? We'll multiply 2 with 2 and we'll put the addition sign in between, and then we are going to multiply 3 by 6. So this is first row, first column. First row, first column. And then we'll put the first row again, and this time the second column. So we leave a distance over here and we'll write it from here. That 2 multiplied by 5 plus 3 multiplied by 3, and then close the bracket. So first row, first column, and then second row, first row, second column. I repeat it again, first row, first column, and then first row, second column. And then the smart students, they do it like this, that they multiply the same 2 over here and addition sign, and the same 6 over here after the multiplication sign, and they write the same 5 over here after the multiplication sign, and the same 3 here after the multiplication sign. Now, first row, first column, and first row, second column are finished, and we took down their numbers over here. And now what are we going to fill in it? This second row, first column. Second row, we just need to write 5 and 7 over here, and then again 5 and 7 over here. So this is how we solve the multiplication matrix. Those who have just joined us, I am going to repeat it again so that you may see it, that how multiplication is possible in matrix. So the thing is, keep the rule in your mind that if the number of columns of first matrix and the number of rows of the second matrix, they are equal, and then we are going to multiply them. Multiplication is possible. And the extreme numbers, which are 2 and 2 over here, they are going to tell you the order of your resultant matrix. Now we are going to multiply the matrix and we will see that what is happening over here. So we will take the first row, and the first row is 2 and 3 of this matrix. This is over here, the first row, and it will be multiplied with the first column. So 2 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by 6. We are going to write it like this. First row, first column. And then first row, second column. So first row and the second column is like this. 2 into 5 plus 3 into 3. And then close the bracket. And the shortest trick for this is keep on writing the second number as it is, like after some gap, and you will see that I have copied down these numbers as it is over here. And now I'm going to fill this part, the blank part. So I'm going to write the second row is 5 and 7. So I'm going to write 5 and a 7 and a 5 and a 7 over here. And we are going to find out the final answer now. And we'll find out whether the resultant matrix is of the order 2 by 2 or not. So what are we going to do? 2 2s are 4 plus 6 3s are 18. 2 5s are 10 plus 3 3s are 9. 5 2s are 10 plus 6 7s are 42. 5 5s are 25 plus 7 3s are 21. And here goes our final thing, that is 22 and a 52 and a 19 and a 46. And then we are going to close the bracket, and this is our answer. And you can see that the final answer is containing 2 rows and 2 columns. So it means the resultant 2 by 2 is clear. It's the same. So let us try one more question, which is having some different orders, and we'll check whether we can multiply them or not. So now the question is 2, 5, 3, 9, and we are going to multiply it to 1, 4. Let's see whether we can multiply them or not. So the very first thing is the order of the matrix. So this whole is 2 by 2, where this is 2 by 1. 2 rows and 1 column. How do we count rows? First row, second row, and then first column. This is how we keep it in our mind. So now we are going to check whether we can multiply or not. So over here, guys, you can see that this 2 and 2 is the same. It means multiplication is possible. And 2 and 1 are the numbers which are telling us the order of the resultant matrix. So let's see whether we can multiply them or not. So technique is the same. First row, first column, and first row, first column is here, guys. First row, first column. And now second row, first column. So a technique is the same to write these numbers as it is over here and now fill them with 3 and 9 because 3 and 9 was the second row. And now we are going to work it out. It is 2 plus 20 and it is 3 plus 4 nines are 36. And here goes our final answer, which is a 22 and a 39. So over here, you can see that our resultant matrix is the same. It's in the order 2 rows and 1 column, which we already discussed it over here, the 2 rows and 1 column. So this is how we solve the multiplication in a matrix. What if we try doing it like this, like 1 and 4, you keep it at the first place and the same 2, 5, 3, 9 at the second place. And you need to check whether you can multiply them or not. So the thing is the order of this matrix is a 2 by 1, where the order of this matrix is a 2 by 2. So what is happening over here? These two numbers you can see they are different. So multiplication is not possible. Multiplication is not possible. You will write it directly like this. Multiplication is not possible. So order matters over here. It really matters. Now let us go to the next part, and which is the part of the addendum. Acha, all of your exercise are of the same thing. They'll be the same, that add them, subtract them, multiply them. I'm going to show you the exercises as well. But before that, addition, subtraction, and multiplication is done. There is no such like division in matrices. There is no such thing like division in matrices. So we are going to see one thing, and after that I'll take you to the addendum part. So over here we are going to see so again the topic is matrices. Those who have just joined us, you can see that matrices topics is done. We first completed how the order of the matrix and then the operations on matrix. We studied them. In those operations, we have studied about addition, subtraction, and multiplication. And I told you that there is no such thing like division in matrix. But what if it's written like this? 2 and 6 and a 9 and a 12. So we can do it like this: 2 upon 3, and then 6 upon 3, and then 9 upon 3, and then 12 upon 3. What did we do? We divided this 3 with each one of them, because 2 multiplied by 1 is a 2, and then upon sign will be created over here, and then 3 is going to be written downwards. So now we are going to check whether we can do something or not. So this 2 upon 3 will remain the same. It is going to become 2, this is going to become 3, and this is going to become 4. And then we are going to close the bracket. So this is how we solve the question. Many of the students say that division is happening in matrices, but actually what is happening over here is you need to look at the question again. What exactly is happening over here, you need to see that basically 1 upon 3 is going to multiply with 1 upon 2, and 1 upon 3 is going to multiply with 6, and then 1 upon 3 is going to multiply with 9, and then 1 upon 3 is going to multiply with 12. So even the author of the book does not want you to write the things with the division sign. So again, if we look at the answer, and it's going to be the same. So it was basically this multiplication happening inside when the fraction was there. So now we are going to move on to the brighter part of it, the matrices, and which is known as the addendum. And over there, we are going to study for the inverse of the matrix. So now we are going to discuss the inverse of the matrix. Matrices are a very important part when you apply for a job or you are maintaining a data for you, then applying a job, how will the matrix help you if there are three categories in which the company demands that we just need fresh candidates only. And the fresh candidates will have their starting salary as 50,000 rupees. The second offer says the company wants a fresh candidate who they can work long hours on computer as well. Though they are fresh, but they can work on longer hours on computer, and then they are going to get 60,000 rupees. And third announcement is we do not want a fresh candidate. We want an experienced person of at least 3 or 5 years of experience and can work longer hour on computer as well. And they are going to get 80,000 rupees. So this is how the company maintains the matrix. The one who is a fresh candidate is going to have 50,000 rupees. A person with greater computer knowledge and long working hours can have 60,000 rupees. And a qualified person with some extra skills for computer is going to get the third matrix, which is 80,000 rupees. So this is how the matrix is everywhere. It can be made anywhere and it is mostly applied in many of the places. So this is how we find out the matrix. Then we find out the inverse of the matrix. Now, how do we find out the inverse of the matrix? Let us find it out that when we were studying the topic functions and we find the inverse of the functions as well. So over there in functions, normal function says you put in the domain and you get the range. And inverse of the function is you put in the range and get the domain. So let's see what is happening when we are finding the inverse of a matrix. So the very first thing is if I consider any of the random matrix like 2, 3, 5, and 9. And now I need to find out the inverse of this matrix. The question says find out the inverse. If suppose if this is A, so the examiner is going to write it like this, A inverse. You need to find it out. If A is this, find out A inverse. So now what are we going to do? There are two things. The formula for inverse is like, a formula for inverse is like on the above hand adjoint is there. What is adjoint? I'm going to tell you in my lecture. Adjoint, and the next thing is determinant. The short form is DET. It is determinant. So how to find out the adjoint of any matrix, and we are going to find them over here. The formula for finding out the adjoint is very much easy, and it says that if this is the A position and this is the B position and this is the C position and this is the D position, the position is always mentioned the same. You cannot name C as B or B as C. You cannot name them like this. You need to first fulfill the rows and then the columns. Okay? Bajamat namaz is one of the examples of matrix where we need to fill the rows first and then we need to maintain or fill the second column. So the first row, first row, first row, first row is compulsory, then first row, then second row, then third row, then fourth row, then fifth row. And you can see automatically column matrix is maintained over there. So what are we going to do in order to find out the adjoint? And it says that flip the positions of A and D. Flip the position of A and D. So 9 is going to come over here and 2 is going to come over there. This is how we flip the position. And then the further instruction says change the sign of B and C. Change the sign. So it was plus 3 and it's going to be minus 3 and plus 5 is going to be minus 5 over here. So
सर आपकी आवाज़ नहीं आ रही।
Gee guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we already have found out the adjoint of it. So 9 minus 3 and minus 5 and 2 are the adjoint. And now we are going to find out the determinant of the matrix. So over here, determinant is here. And now how to find it out? The formula to find out the determinant is AD minus BC. This is how we find out the determinant of any matrix. So AD minus BC. And now we are going to put the values. A is 2 over here and D is a 9 over here minus it's a 3 over here and it's a 5 over here. So 2 nines are 18 minus 5 threes are 15 and the final is 3 over here. Make sure guys that you are not getting any 0 over here. If you get a 0 over here, then the inverse is not possible. So inverse is not possible when you are getting a 0 over here because something divided by a 0 is going to be infinity. You can see over here that if I put my adjoint over here and determinant as a 0, then I cannot divide them because the answer will be infinity. And on your calculators, it is going to show you that maths error. So over here, we are lucky enough to find out the formula, and that is inverse formula is adjoint. And on the adjoint section, I'm going to put 9 minus 3 and minus 5 and a 2 over here. And it is whole divided by the 3 over here, which is the determinant of mine. So every number is going to have this 3 as in division. I can write it like 1 upon 3 multiply by 9 to 1 upon 3 multiply by minus 3, 1 upon 3 multiply by minus 5, and 1 upon 3 multiply by 2. And now I'm going to find out the final answer of mine, that is my which is a 3 minus 1 minus 5 over 3 and a 2 over 3. So this is my final answer. So this is how we find out the inverse of the matrix. So this is the inverse of the matrix. Now let us see what exercise is here, and then we are going to check the questions of them as well. So now I am going to show you the exercise and you will see that what sort of questions do we have. Okay. Yes. So now you can see the exercise in front of you. So this is the multiplication of the matrix by a real number. This is what I taught you, and it starts from here. Matrices. This is the introduction, and row, column, square matrix, and zero and equal matrix. Every information is there, and you can see that this is the exercise. Addition and subtraction is going on as well. And this is the exercise of multiplication. 5C is the exercise of multiplication. And then if we move further forward, yes, this is the exercise which I just taught you, the multiplication. Okay, this multiplication is here. Acha, in this book, we can see that one of the questions is find the value of A and B if this type question is also mentioned over here. So I am going to take this question and will solve it over there for you guys. So this is like so the question is here. Now this is okay. Hmm. A, B is equals to, and then 3, 4, minus 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 that is mentioned over here. So I am going to display the question in front of you, and here it comes. Here it comes, guys. This was the question which is mentioned in the book, and how are we going to solve them? So the very first thing is A and B will be written over here as it is, and then we are going to again check whether we can multiply or not. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix and this is a 2 by 1 matrix, and I told you when the numbers are same we can multiply them. So what are we going to do? First row and then first column and then addition sign. Over here we are going to do it like this, and then multiply by 1 plus multiply by 2, copy them down as it is, and then fill it by minus 1 and a 2 over here, which are the members of the second row. So what are we going to do? This is 3 plus 8, and this is minus 1 plus 4. So A, B, and it says 11 and a 3. So over here, A is equals to 11 and B is equals to 3, and this is our final answer. I hope you understood. This was a question from the book and we solved it here. So again, we are going to see that if there is any other question which we should solve over here, and we are going to check it. So there your exercise comes once again. Now this is the addendum part. Over here they are telling you that how to find out the inverse of the matrix, and you can see them over here after long workings, and they have proved that this is the formula to find out this thing. So over here you can see that this is the formula over here. Okay. Hmm. So now, so I told you the inverse of the matrix part as well, where we find out the adjoint first and the determinant next, and then this is the total lecture on matrices. Hope you understood it. And now we are going to end up the recording